Welcome back to the show, my friend.
Man, I am so happy to be here.
Good to see you. You look happy.
Yes.
I mean, you always look happy, but I'm honestly gonna say you look happy.
Yes. This last year has probably been the best year of my adult life.
When people say that, then they normally mean like, oh, I got a raise or I got a, but you are Will Smith.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if Will Smith says this has been the best year of my life, we're like, what were the other ones? What is? Well, why? Like, why would you say that? What does that mean?
Now, you know, on my 50th birthday, I jumped out. I did the bungee jump thing, the helicopter over the Grand Canyon.
Right.
You know, and
that was the thing the white people told you to do, right?
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes.
I remember that.
It's why you need white friends.
That's true.
Right?
That is true.
So I did, so I did the bungee out of the helicopter, right? But it was a bigger thing than that for me, right? I had painted myself into a little bit of a Will Smith corner, right? So there were things that, because I had kids and because I was Will Smith, there were things I couldn't say and things I couldn't do and certain projects I couldn't take. And I had sort of painted myself into a little bit of a fearful corner. And that sort of marked a moment where I told myself, that's it. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna live the way I want without the fear of somehow losing something that was precious I've created. And I've been more free and more joyous and more peaceful than in my entire adult life.
That is truly amazing to hear, because like, people would never think that Will Smith could be at that place in his life. And in a weird way, I feel like that is the story of Gemini Man.
Right, yes,
right?
exactly.
Because in the film, you play the best assassin in the world, right? Yep. And you play this man, and he goes, you know what, I'm done with the game.
Yep.
But the game's not done with you.
Yes, exactly.
And as we've seen in the trailer, they send the younger version of you to go and kill you.
Yes.
Because that's the only person good enough.
Yes, it's because I'm so good. I'm so good. The only way that me could get killed is it would have to be me killing me. All right.
It's a crazy concept with wild technology, but and I know you've talked about that a lot, but I mean this is another challenge. I mean we've seen you play all types of characters. Mm-hmm. We've seen you just be the only person in the movies, just you and a dog.
Yes.
And then now you were like, no, I'm gonna be me fighting against me.
Yeah. I just don't need other actors, man. That's what you know.
Oh, man. Yeah. But what's challenging about that? What's challenging about playing old Will Smith and young Will Smith in the same scene?
So you know what is the most difficult part? It's like playing youth, right? So there's a naivete to youth, and there's a look in someone's eyes when they really don't know. Right. But then as you get older, there's like a certain thing that like it just gets in your blood and in your cells when you know things, right? So having to go back and play young, like it's like sex, right? You can't unknow sex, right?
I've tried many times.
I want to show you. Let me show you. All right. So before you have sex, right? You walk like this.
Let's get some lights on this.
Get some lights, right? Get some lights.
Throw the lights on here. Just throw the lights. Throw the lights. All right.
Before you have sex.
All right, go.
All right, so this is before you have sex.
Before you have sex.
Before you have sex, you're like. Right?
Okay. That's pre-sex.
That's pre-sex.
Cool.
And then the first time you have sex, it changes your back.
Okay.
Right? And it's like. You know, right? So, as an actor, you can't unring that bell, you know?
Right.
So you have to really go back, and I went back and I studied some of my old material to try to find youthful naivete.
Let me ask you this, though. You are Will Smith, and I know this sounds like I'm flattering you, but you always...
I'm cool with that.
You always...
That's why I came here, man.
Yeah, but every time I see you, you look like Will Smith. Like, I've never thought of Will Smith being old. You just like, it's Will Smith. Will Smith is just Will Smith. I feel like I watched you when I was younger, and then I just caught up to you, and now we're the same, and then it's like... And then I feel like I'm gonna be old one day and be like, hey, Will, what's going on? You're still gonna be Will Smith. So like I have to ask you, is there a level of vulnerability that comes with acknowledging that you are aging as Will Smith?
Yeah, you know that was another part of the experience that I had. Like turning 50, I've never really thought about age and felt it that way. But like last year when I turned 50, it was like it's a 5 in front of it. Like the 5, like 40 was cool, 30 was cool, like 50 was like, whoa, man, we need to jump out a helicopter or something. You know, it hit me a little bit, but the accepting being older, and even for Gemini Man, a lot of those things came up. And you're thinking about the previous life, and you think about the karma of the mistakes you've made, and what would you not do, you know, if you had known, and all of those things came up. But I've solved the problem. I am having an absolute ball with my life right now.
One thing that has fascinated me about you is for a long time you were an enigma. You know,
you can't say that on TV.
You were Will Smith. We saw Will Smith in the movies.
We used that in private, man.
You my enigma. And so you were at movie premieres and you were in magazines and TV, but we didn't know Will Smith. Right? All of a sudden, we saw Will Smith on YouTube, we saw Will Smith on Instagram, but we didn't see a curated Will Smith. We saw Will Smith teasing his kids and having fun with them. We saw Will Smith goofing around with Jada. We see Will Smith going, hey man, I'm a human being who is also a megastar, but I'm a human being. I feel, I love, I laugh, I dance. I don't take myself that seriously.
Absolutely.
That in of itself is a big chance and a step to take as a person. Why did you do that, and why do you keep doing it?
So when I first was setting out to become, I said, I want to be the biggest movie star in the world. And that was pre-internet, it was pre-social media. So during that time, the idea was you couldn't be a movie star if you didn't maintain mystery. So the common belief was nobody's going to go to a movie theater if they see you every day. So you would stay out and you would maintain the mystery, and the only time that they get to see you is the 4th of July on the big screen. So what happened was, as social media came, there was a shift, and I was trying to hold on for a little while, and I realized that the new mentality is nobody's coming to the movie theater if they don't see you every day, People want to feel like they're friends. They want to know. So it's a completely different shift. And another thing happened for me with social media. I had so many creative ideas that were dying on the vine inside of me. So when you put out a movie, Gemini Man, it might be 2.5 years from the time we started till it comes out. So that's one piece of content in 2.5 years. But what social media is allowing me to do is all of those ideas and all of those concepts get to come out. And there was an analogy I used. I was experiencing creative constipation.
Okay.
Now go with me this,
I'm with you.
So I was experiencing creative constipation, So the internet has allowed me, like a laxative,
to just start flowing.
And so now I get to put it all over the fans.
That's it. Will Smith is now putting it all over the fans. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this before you go. You know,
who said I was going?
Please. You Will Smith, but I have places to be. No. Let me ask you this. You know, when you make a movie like Gemini Man, everyone would always jump to the first assumption, which is like, what advice would you give your younger self? And like that's like an immediate assumption you would have as a person when you watch that movie. But being a parent means you are a Gemini Man. You know, you already have many new versions of yourself. You have your kids who we all know and love. What advice do you give them? What are the things that you tell them that you don't want them to replicate in their lives? Because I mean, you're extremely successful, so it's hard to say don't make my mistakes because your mistakes got you here. So what do you actually say to your kids?
I made some pretty good mistakes.
That's the thing, right? So what do you actually say to your kids? What do you hope they will change in their lives while still maintaining what you've gotten to get you to this level?
You know, from this time and you know, doing the deep study during Gemini Man and looking at it, and those questions came up, and what I really found is nobody can know for you, right? People can know for themselves, but they can't know for you, right? I was making the decision when I graduated from high school between music and going to college. And my mother said, you'll never make anything of yourself if you don't go to college, right? And you know, that was true for her.
Right.
It wasn't true for me, right? So I've learned, and with my kids, I got really humble, right? And not wanting to be on them as if I could possibly know the decisions that they need to make. So I learned to be open and to watch and to pay attention and to trust that, you know, the same God that held my hand through the world is going to hold theirs, and I'm there to support their journey, not to force mine upon them.
Wow.
Yeah. Now you don't want me to leave now.
Not only you leave.
Yeah, now you don't want me to leave. You know, now, you know, but now I got something to do. Now I got something to do. You know?
Oh man, you know what? You're not old, but you're definitely wise, Will Smith. No, I love that about. Thank you so much for being here, man. It's great seeing you again. Thank you for the movie. Thank you for the social media. We love that you spray us with all of that was contained within you.
The analogy didn't work. It didn't hold up.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But you got the idea of it.
And we still enjoy it. Gemini Man will be in theaters October 11th. Will Smith, everybody.